Hello, my name is Julia Gomez. I'm a native Santa Fean. I went to school here, and I also taught school here for 36 years. I After I retired from teaching school, I got fully invested in this Spanish colonial art. It's called Colcha Embroidery, Colcha, which means blanket embroidery, because the frontier women came and they were very good embroiderers, but they didn't have anything to embroider with. But remember, the Spanish also brought the people. The Spanish also brought the animals. They came with 7,000 animals. 5,000 of them were the churro sheep. And the churro sheep now are at El Rancho de las Golondrinas. It's a natural history museum. And because I volunteer there, I have access to the sheep and to their wool. So when I work there, I teach the children to card the wool. I spin the wool. I weave this textile called sabanilla, which is the background fabric, and it is all churro wool. Then I dye with natural dyes. Some of them are flowers, dyes from flowers, from stems, from roots. The cochinilla, it was a trade item that came up the Camino. The cochineal is the red, the insect that grows on the prickly pear, and the indigo, which grows in South America. But all the others are dyes from this area. This is the piece that I did this year. I did research on butterflies that are seen in northern New Mexico. They have real names, and I have the information on them. And this piece here they're hummingbirds. People like to buy hummingbirds because they bring good luck. This is my favorite piece up here. This is St. Francis. He's my man because he's always pictured with animals. He loves the animals. I love animals. So any opportunity to paint or to embroider an animal, I always call in St. Francis. These are the animals of the New World because, we're the only ones here that have buffalo. And so I did the buffalo, and it actually has buffalo hair woven into the wool, into the yarn. The wolf has wolf hair woven into the yarn because I have a friend who she volunteers at the wolf sanctuary, and she cleans out the cages, and she gathers up the fur and then spins it into the wool. And the best part is that because I talk about this so much, a friend of mine brought me a piece of bear skin. So hopefully next year I will have a bear with real bear fur into the wool. But the traditional is the sheep, the churro sheep that came from Spain, because that's all they had. That's all the women had. And the churro sheep were the peasant sheep in Spain, because at that time Spain had the sheep industry. Their money was in the merino sheep, but they weren't going to let the explorers come and bring the merino. So they sent what they called the peasant sheep. But here in the New World, they became the prize sheep because the explorers lived on the meat, the milk, and they traded the wool. And eventually, because of that, New Mexico became a wool state. And so I do it because I want to pass it on. I'm not a vendor. I don't even like to sell, but I love to tell the story. I teach at every opportunity, and it's to honor the women that came before me because they brought a little beauty to this desolate area. Because remember, this was all dirt, and so this art, it's a beauty done with just a needle, and it brings beauty to this land.